There we go. Okay. On a bit late tonight, but I haven't been on it all this week, so I thought it would be fun. Just got a little busy. That happens sometimes. Oh, someone followed me a while back. Well, welcome. All right. Let's see. Got a few things I gotta get ready. I should probably run an ad while I'm here. Okay. And I'll see you in a bit. I don't know how much I have left of Tyrants of the Moonsea. I feel like I've got to be pretty close to a climax, but whether or not it's the climax, I'm not sure. We did, however, kill a dragon. That's usually a good sign. All right. Hmm. Ah, yes. Hello, baby. Hello. All right. I'll be right back. I don't know how long that's been up. Sorry about that. If I had had my microphone up, you would have heard some interesting chaos. But I did not, so there you go. There was an interesting disaster involving chocolate-covered blueberries, my parents, me, the dogs, trying to keep the dogs from poisoning themselves. Always fun. Okay. So let's see. Oops, that's I accidentally double-clicked. Not quite what I wanted to do, but that's alright. We'll get the one right above it. Just a second. Okay, well, I feel like my parents or the local deities do not want me to stream tonight. But we'll see. Alright, there I am. I love my parents. I do not want to annoy them mercilessly. But goddamn if that's not a tempting thought right now. The downside to being an adult living in your parents' basement is that to your parents you will always be an adolescent, and when dealing with your parents you will always be an adolescent. I swear I'm going to start just channeling it. It'll be like, Mom, I'm on the internet. That will be me. In less than a year, I'm sure. Alright, so...
I greet you.
Alright, so it looks like I have killed the dragon. I kept Merrick alive. Their kids are set for life. Let's rest. Yeah, probably. Hiya, Plunge. How are you? Alright. I think my mother and I have finally found a solution that will work, which is that if she yells down to mute the thing, then I can turn the microphone off and I can talk to her. And that will work out fine. Alright, so let's see. There was a dragon there that I murdered. That was fun. Everyone ought to murder a dragon in their days. So now I get to go on to Kuratharsu, the city of the monsters, where our enemy, Magnus, is teaming up with a whole bunch of ogres and the like to invade the Moonsea region. And honestly, you know, I'm not 100% certain there'd be any worse rulers than most of those places have already. Like, are they really worse than Fizul or Malkuth or Malthier? Probably not. But, well, the peasants would get harmed in a war, so we're gonna stop them anyway. Hello, kitten. For fuck's sake. The map is really cool, isn't it? So where the hell am I? I think I'm here, so I want to go here. It's not quite as convenient as the map in Darkness over Daggerford because to go to places like this, I actually have to stop at cities that allow sea travel. But I actually want to go here, so we're okay. The map is pretty awesome, though. It's similar, I think, to the map in Neverwinter Nights 2. Except there, that's a default part of the game. Alright. Oh, cutscene. I see them approaching the bridge, Captain. Is it oil warm? Yes, Captain. Well, warm ain't hot enough. I want it scalding. You, get the catapult loaded. Archers, take positions. Map-based fast travel is fun. I really like that. Oh, look at this. Doesn't this look kind of cool? Ah, well, alright. Let's see what the journal updates say. Assault on Kur Tharsu. You have reached the great stronghold of Kur Tharsu. Now you must breach the gates and make it inside while the Citadel's defenders attempt to hold you off. Alright. And Expedition to Thar. You've reached the stronghold of Kur Tharsu and convened with your allies. Well, let's hope I did things properly because I should have allies around here. Maybe...
We seem to have arrived just as Kur Tharsu is marshalling its forces. I hope we aren't overwhelmed by the sheer number of enemies.
I feel like I'm supposed to have allies. I thought I did what I needed to do to get them. Perhaps I did not. So I guess we'll find out. You had a map cut of Morrowind that showed all the linked travel routes? Oh, that is awesome. Like a subway map. Seriously, though, I had genuinely thought I got a few of the NPCs to come along with me. Maybe I did not do what I was supposed to do. Well, Lillian is not very social, so I guess it makes some sense, but still. I may have to replay this and see if I can figure out how to get those allies. Because I have no allies. Where's my golem, at least? Shouldn't he be around? I am distressed. Look at this. No allies at all. Please stop shooting me. Can I see... Oh, no. I need to go the other way. Can I hit anybody from here? There's a ballista. Can I hit the ballista? Come on. Give me a straight shot. Apparently I can't. I'm using a bow. Why can't I hit a ballista? Okay, well. I guess we're running. Seriously, how do I have no allies? I thought I was supposed to have allies. I managed to botch my allies, apparently. Hold on. Let's go back here for a sec. Let's see if I missed something. Come on, guys. I have, like at least the golem. I'm supposed to have the golem. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to have the golem. I cheated my way to get that flawless sapphire because the encounter didn't work. I better have the golem. The fuck? I'm actually pretty ticked off at the moment. I don't know if you can tell by the sound of my voice, but I'm fairly certain I'm supposed to have NPCs helping me right now that I went out of my way to try to find. Alright. Oh, well, that's nice. And convened with my allies. So where are my allies? Maybe they're farther in? They better be fucking... Oh, and of course, as per usual, one sec. Right when I'm getting frustrated, the game decides it doesn't like me at the moment. Probably because I did too many things. But see, the magnificent machine is supposed to be here. Somewhere. Oh well, come on. Do what you're supposed to do, book. Game, whatever. Piece of media that I'm trying to play. Alright. Well, on the plus side, I guess I'm going back into that again because I didn't save. Alright. Stop that. Alright. I do feel like I should have allies, though, so hopefully they show up. I will be very upset if they don't show up. It looks like the quick save did save, but I'm going to try this first. Since, you know, what I think is supposed to happen didn't happen, so... I don't know, wasn't I supposed to have like a golem and shit? I'm pretty sure I was supposed to have a golem. And I did meet up with Elf, at least. I thought he was going to show up here. Maybe I'm wrong. But it says I've reconvened with allies, and I did not reconvene with allies. Maybe I just didn't do it right. Pick the right dialogue options when I freed Elf, or whatever. Because I kind of figured I wasn't going to get Blizzard because I didn't get to hunt down the pirates, and I thought her boss was one of those pirates. But I thought... Oh, well. We'll try not to... Try not to glitch out here. Actually, wait. Did that quick save work? 2304. Okay, it might have worked. Hold on. Let's do that. At the plains? Huh, I didn't see him at the plains, did I? Oh, okay, okay. Well, I don't think I saw him at the plains. So I guess Elf, I must have not done it right. I mean, I guess I can go peek back in and see it and see if he is at the plains, and I just missed him. But I don't think I saw Elf at the plains, so that's a shame. I thought he said he was gonna come up here. Elf. Let's go backwards. We can go find out. He did say something about coming to Kurthersu, so I figured I'd meet up with him at some point, but... So at the Scarred Lands, do you mean? Or that he would have joined me? Well, that's disappointing. Well, I wasn't the most supportive of him, so I suppose I can't really blame him if he didn't want to show up. Well, I'm in the Scarred Lands, trying to peek around to see if he's somewhere here, but I don't think I saw him. We'll wander around a bit and look. I was pretty much went everywhere in the map, though. Well, that's disappointing. Oh, there's an ogre. There's some ogres. I'm just scouting about. I'm not even going to bother trying to fight them. On the plus side, it really doesn't seem like I'm harmed by not having horses anymore. Hello. Right at the entrance, huh? Well, I'll go look. Excuse me. They're not even harming me. Look at that. Well, maybe I did it wrong. That's a shame. I'm actually quite sad about that. I liked Elf. I'm usually more thorough about making friends. I guess Alina's just antisocial. Alright. Well, here's an entrance, and I'm not seeing anybody, so... So, it does seem like I missed my shot. If there was a shot. I freed him, but he went his own way. Alright, well, let's reload. I'll reload here. That one's still a little twitchy. Okay. Where did I leave him? I didn't leave him anywhere. I freed him in Melvont, and he said he was going to head up to Thar. So, I think there was supposed to be some priestesses somewhere around Thar too, but he just kind of wandered off. So yeah, I don't think I left him anywhere. He's just not here. All right, well, let's rest. Maybe if I were in it. Honestly, I never really had any problem just kind of having him, or just calling him an elf. I didn't really like that the game made me, like, tell him he wasn't an elf. What do I know about magic? Maybe he was an elf that got transformed. How the fuck should I know? But... Alright, back to this. We'll watch the cutscene again. It is a cool cutscene. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Yep. Yep, so I have convened with my allies, who are nobody. Okay. No allies, just me.
We seem to have arrived just as Kurthal Su is marshalling its forces. I hope we aren't overwhelmed by the sheer number of enemies.
Yeah, fair comment. Yep. Oh well. Poor elf. He's off doing his own thing. Okay. You know, it's pretty good being able to hit a sword with a ballista. That sword's kind of small. Orcs have good aim, I guess. Okay, let's steal this guy's shit. Now, is there anything I can hit from here? I don't think so, unfortunately. No allies for me. I feel like I should have an ally, though. I really do. I mean, what did Elf's thing leave off at? I thought I saved Elf. Elf in chains. Though he has nowhere to go, perhaps you'll find a use for him later. I thought he said he was going up to Thar. I don't think he's still in Melvant. I mean, I don't mind looking for him necessarily, but... oh well. It is what it is. I'll have to play it again and try to save him. Or do it differently. Ah, there we go. I figured I could hit a ballista from here. Come on. There we go. I'll probably just run straight through with that. Let's murder everybody. I have no allies, but I don't really need allies, I suppose.
The dead feel no pain.
There we go. Ah. Okay. Archers mean ammunition. Hold on. Where's my ammo bags? One sec. I'm putting the things back onto the corpses just so I can put them in the right boxes. There we go.
The dead feel no pain.
Oh, hey.
You cannot stand against me.
Alright, back to looting the dead. No fuck's sake, really? I'm in the middle of something, guys. I'm in the middle of looting your friends' corpses. Can you leave me be for a bit? Goodness sake. They're so rude, these guys, aren't they? Look at them. Just not even letting me loot their friends' corpses. Friends corpses who have arrows, nonetheless. Arrows! I'm sure as hell not letting those go to waste. I am an archer, friend. I need those arrows. There is someone else shooting at me. Where is that guy coming from? Ah, there's one. No, not yet. Where's this one coming from? From there? I guess it doesn't really matter. Come on. Get that guy's shit. Alright, I might have to move some of those. Okay. Now, of the 1,500 empty bags I have. Let's go find some. Stop shooting at me. Clearly I need more bags. Or I need to hand these over to people who can carry them. Here. Have one of these. There we go. Oh, stop running where I don't want you to run. Okay. Alright, let's see. Oh, there's the wrecker. You were right, he turned up. Even if none of my other supposed friends did. I just didn't make good enough friends, I guess. Can I hit anything up there? Nope. Apparently not. Let's go see if there's anything to loot. On the plus side, as bugs go, I was able to clone Blimora, so there's that. Ah, I can hear. Okay, that's good to know. According to legend, countless lives have been lost attempting to breach the gates of Kuratharsu. As tall as Storm Giant, they are sturdy enough to repel all but the most devastating attacks. You will have your work cut out for you to break through. Well, I'm gonna first kill things over here. And see what we can do. I'm pretty sure we can make it. I got a thing that I kind of cheated to get. But, you know, that's just because the water encounters never triggered. Including, I think, the encounter that would have let me make friends enough with Blizzard. Oh well, it is what it is. Maybe I should have checked and seen if Elf was still there, but I thought he left. I thought he said he was going to Thar. Oh well. Alright, I need you to destroy the gate ahead of us. The wrecker suddenly burst into life in an explosion of clicks and whirring sounds. I love inventions.
I am defeated.
Seriously? Alright, well, she'll get better. There we go. Alright, having destroyed the gate, the wrecker is motionless for a moment. Its eyes flash, as though it is receiving some distant instruction. Finally, it turns and stomps off back towards Melvant, presumably to the purple portals. I don't think I reloaded and forgot him. I can go check real quick. I'm pretty sure I saved it, but let's quick save. Well, let's save here, and I'll even go back to double check. Invasion. No elf. Maybe I did exit it. It could be that I exited it incorrectly. I just think maybe my version of this game is a little buggier than it's supposed to be, because I've seen reference earlier to people who had the same issue with the lack of water battles, and someone had said that that it had gotten fixed in a patch, but I don't know that maybe I never got that patch. Maybe this version of Crimson Tides of Tethir or Crimson Tides of Tyrants of the Moonsea is not the most recent. I was trying to check my GOG library the other day, and I wasn't really able to get in to look at it, but I think I just well, I can go into my library, I think. Or I used to be able to. I don't want to show off my library. I just want to go into... Okay, store. About. Community. There I am. I can click games, but it doesn't really have... Oh, here we go. I don't know why I was having trouble before. Okay, so let's see if I can go find it and see if maybe there is a version. But it's not like you can really update it, huh? Mid. Because I think the saved game, if I recall correctly, Neverwinter Nights saved games clone the modules. But I could be wrong about that. Okay. I am looking at Diamond Edition, assuming the... Come on, load the fucking... The thing came... Thank you. Alright. Manual is in game. Premium module reinstaller. I don't really need that. Where's the DLC? Go away. More? Okay. Oh wait, that's Diamond. No wonder I'm an idiot. Yeah. But at least I'll know. If I know that playing it again will get me the repairs, I might play it again sometime. Not immediately, but at some point. Okay, there's Darkness over Daggerford. Oh wait, I think I've got it. I think Crimson, or... I can't... Oh, Tyrants of the Moonsea. Huh. 87.8193.35-40. That seems to be the most recent. Though... That is a later patch version than I have, isn't it? Because I had to update to the newest patch, and that number corresponds with the newest patch. So that's probably the problem. Okay, well, good to know. If I'd thought to check that before playing, things might be different now, but that's okay. That is okay. I'm still having fun with what I can do. I'm just a little sad to have missed some of the content, but it doesn't seem like it's a very big amount of content. I am going to go back and check for Elf, though. Just to make sure I didn't do something stupid there. Come on, come on. Fucking hell. Where? Okay, there I am. It's for closure. Closure's sake. If Elf is not there, I'm just going to go with, okay, bug. Deal with it. I don't fucking... forgot how annoying this entrance part was. Yes, Zent Camp. Had to walk through the Zent Camp. Had to go around the opposite direction. Yeah. Fucking sense. Okay. Well, mostly I also want to mention that there's an updated version on GOG because I feel guilty if people get the wrong impression of the mod because I've got an older version. And it does look like that's the problem. Actually, I can check that because I always download... I can check my offline version that I have saved. Where's my backup for games file? No, not vault content. Come on, here we are. Okay. Neverwinter Nights backup. Enhanced Edition backup. Yeah. Yep. DLC backup. Yep. All of my DLC setup links are 86.8193, not 87. So, yep, okay. All right. So, very likely the issues I'm having were fixed as promised. I just don't have the newest one. Because the newest patch had come out when I was playing A Hunt Through the Dark. Seriously? Why do I have to cross... Oh, did I click the wrong fucking area? Probably. I got distracted mid conversation. I forgot where I was going. Okay. Alright. Okay, well. That does make me happy, though. It seems like if I ever want to try to play it again, and I probably will because this is fun, I would do it. I have an option. Alright, so let's go see if we can figure out where Elf was and see if he's still standing there. I'm gonna guess no, and I'm gonna guess that I missed my shot, but you never know. Oh wait, wrong one. This is the, oh, the livestock pen's over there. I knew it was one of these directions. Cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west. I knew it was one of them.
Salutations.
Alright, there's the guard. Hey, there's Elf. Wait a second. Maybe you're right. Who am I? What is my purpose? When I was a slave, I could avoid these questions. Now they overwhelm me. Never mind. Farewell. I must continue to search for answers. Am I cursed? Am I simply mad? Okay, well, he's still here, but I must have picked the wrong dialogue option then. Oh well. Okay, well, you know, fuck it. I'd rather just continue invading. Allyless, sure. But you know what? It's okay. It's just a reason to replay sometime. Okay. Where am I now? Oh shit. That's not where I wanted to be. Ah, there we go. Invasion, no elf. There we go. We'll go there. Which is a funny title, considering I am playing an elf. But Elf can continue to have his existential crisis in Melvant. Perhaps he will someday figure it out. I hope so. I mean, he could go... I am surprised that no one suggested he go talk to a wizard about it. It's like, if you could take him to Thentia, maybe what's-his-face, the Firefingers guy, can figure something out. Or, you know, Elminster, but Elminster would have to get off his ass, so I'm not holding a lot of hope for that. Alright. Here I am. Going this way. You know how Elminster gets. He's fucking useless. Alright. Now it would... Oh, there we go. There's the area transition. It'd be funny if I just got stuck. And couldn't finish it all. I'd be like, no! Why? Okay. Oh, someone I can talk to. You know what? I'm going to sleep right in front of them. What the fuck are they going to do about it? Attack me? That would be dishonorable. Clearly, Kragdar has a reason for not attacking me. Hey, some horses. So there are some animals here that theoretically, if I... You know, this is really bringing back memories of Siege of Shadowdale. Is it just me? I really feel like this courtyard with Kragdar reminds me so much of that scene in the castle in Shadowdale. Remember how much trouble I was having with it, and I had to, what was it? I had to keep, animal empathying all the animals because it kept kicking my ass? Do you That's what this reminds me of. I don't know why it reminds me of it. It just really does. That's funny. I'm sure I'm sure the resemblance is intentional, or maybe I'm just projecting. The hulking ogre stands a full 10 feet tall, a true specimen among his kind. In his ham-sized fists, he clutches a huge mace with a crude iron head and iron bands holding it together. Several ogre magi lurk in the shadows of the courtyard.
Puny weaklings, I am Craggar, true king of Thar. My army will smash the lands of the small folk to the south. The Black Moon said it would be
It's always
so.
a black moon, you know?
But
Like, Eye of the
first,
Beholder
I
had
will
that issue,
smash
too.
you! Smash you to go with Vorbix's hammer!
Alright, well, let's ask him. Where's Magnus?
You mean Raven Mage? He inside with Oni Elders. Gregor does not trust Wizard. But Wizard brought him Vorbix's hammer as gift to make alliance. He even convinced Worm of the Peaks to join our crusade.
Well, here's the thing. You didn't actually earn that a hammer, did you? You just got it handed to you. Your great supernatural rewatch is making you want to resume the Great Dresden reread. Have you ever seen the Dresden Files TV show? It was very short-lived, but I quite liked it. It had Paul Blackthorne as Harry Dresden, which was kind of funny because, for the most part, his accent's pretty good. But there's like one monologue in one of the very first episodes where you'd swear it was Bob because Bob was played by Terrence Mann, who is American but had a British accent. The version of Bob was really interesting. Nothing like the books, but actually quite interesting. I know, I thought it was really good. I mean, it wasn't like the books a lot. I mean, it was basically just a Wizard TV show. But as the Wizard TV shows go, I quite liked it. And honestly, I mean, I like the books, don't get me wrong, but some of Harry's character traits can get wearying at times, so it was kind of nice to see a somewhat more mature version of the character in the show, I think. One who had a few less, shall we say, adolescent reactions to things. Maybe it's just because we weren't in his head. But I liked both, I really did. I wanted that show to continue. I was sad that it didn't. Also, Paul Blackthorne is nice to look at, and I like my men decorative. Alright, anyway. Who's this Black Moon you speak of?
Ah, you know nothing. Esul Black Moon was great prophet among ogre kind. He saw that one day Vorbix's hammer would find its way into hands of True King. True King who would found empire, start great war, and bring eternal darkness to enemies. That king is Cragdar.
Yeah, I kind of like that too. I mean, there were a couple moments in the show where they would go a little flashier, but the subtler parts were fun. I guess it really wasn't that much. I mean, it's kind of one of those things where it's as an adaptation, there's a lot to complain about, but for its own right, I think it's pretty good. Probably the same as Rings of Power, come to think of it. Though I still think Rings of Power isn't that far off from what I remember the Silmarillion to be. The biggest change I can see so far, and I'm only 2 episodes into it. I really like the second episode, though. It's like the first episode was good world building, but really slow. But the second episode with the plot lines there with the dwarves and the dude who I'm pretty sure is Sauron, but I'm not supposed to know that. That was pretty good too. And the guy who I'm maybe thinking is Gandalf, but if he is, that's a big change to the timeline. But on the other hand, I mean, do I care that much about that particular change? Probably not. There are changes that matter and changes that don't. But I mean, they referenced Fëanor, they referenced the Silmarils, they referenced the human-elf pairings in the past. It's like, I mean, it's, to me, I don't think it's that far off, except for compressing the timeline. But I feel like you have to compress the timeline. Sure, the Silmarillion covers like thousands of years, and that's fine. But if you're going to do that in the show, you got the issue of any recognizable characters have to survive through those arcs. And so Galadriel, Elrond, Gil-galad, Celebrimbor, okay, yeah, they'll survive through, but you won't get the dwarves through that entire time. You don't get the humans. You don't get the halflings, hobbits, whatever. Um, they don't feel like quite the same versions of hobbits, which I find kind of fascinating. But anyway, it if you want to have more recurring characters overall, you kind of need to compress the timeline so that you can keep the short-lived people around. It's kind of like it's a problem I have with like the Jack Reacher show on Amazon, which is a weird comparison to make, I realize. But my dad and I watched the first season of Jack Reacher, and it was pretty good. It was better than I thought it would be. The problem is, though, all of the side characters aren't going to be in the next book slash season, so it's like the only person continuing on is Jack Reacher, and while he's a fairly likable protagonist, as those sorts of protagonists can be, I mean, he kills things and is not as offensive as he could be. To me, it's not really enough to hook my interest. Though I'll probably watch it with my dad anyway, if he doesn't watch it on his own. Okay, anyway, sorry, back to this. Tangent! Alright, Vorbix's hammer. The Vorbix, founder of Thar.
Vorbix was great, Ogre. Maybe greatest of all. Except for Kragdar. He founded
I love the
Thar
way
in
the line goes.
ancient
Except for that,
times.
Dar.
Any ogre who wields this hammer is true king over all ogres and orcs of Thar. Kragdar will use it to smash you to go!
Well, if you stand aside, no one gets hurt. This isn't going to work, but okay.
You arrogant! You know nothing of Kragdar! Oni made me strong with their magic. This hammer make me stronger than all! Kragdar beat Frost Giant Bashnag in single combat. We'll have no problem with small worm like you.
Well, let's find out.
Raven Mage says mighty warrior Kragdar must stop any who tries to enter Stronghold. He and Oni elders seek to summon great demon lords to bring fire upon human cities. You lucky you will not live to see it.
Okay.
Now I crush you to goo!
Alright. And test. Okay. Hi. Okay, let me get back a little bit. Rapid shot. I wish rapid shot wouldn't turn off on me. Well, I've never read the book. Oh, okay, so they keep healing. So let's kill these guys first. I mean, I've never read the books. They're not really my type of thing. My dad likes them. I thought the TV show was okay, though. I mean, their action, it's not deep, but most of the stuff I read isn't deep, so I'm not really going to judge that. It's like most of the shit I read is crap fantasy, and I'm okay with that. So, I can't really judge my dad for his crap fantasy. His sometimes involves a bit more misogyny, but that's sometimes not. I don't recall Reacher being that bad about it, though. And actually, I find the actor who plays him quite entertaining. You've been rereading Animorphs? Nice, Blench. Those I've heard hold up really well. I was kind of the wrong age group when they came out to really enjoy it the way I might have liked to. But I've heard good things. Alright, let's see. Belt of Guiding Light and a key. Alright, anything else I can like? Poor Kragdar. Well, now I have your hammer. Let's take a look at the hammer. Let's actually get a look at seeing if I can actually... Oh, well, maybe. Hold on. Let's see. I would like to see what you are. Do I have any lore potions? I don't think I've got 10 of any of the lore potions, unfortunately. I can check my apothecary bags, I guess. I need more bags. I should have bought more bags. Why didn't I buy more bags? Hold on. Yeah, we're okay. So Rashka is seen interviews with Lee Child where he says he doesn't like to edit his books. Fair enough. And Animorphs is fun sci-fi. Mix of baddie horror with kids all against all odds. Good time. That's true. And unlike certain other young adult authors, Applegate's been pretty openly supportive of everybody, as opposed to being horrible to trans people like certain others. So I won't say I can't. I mean, look, I've read my share of books by horrible people. I mean, classic sci-fi doesn't. Classic fantasy. There are people who have done some pretty awful things, um, or said pretty awful things. But so I'm not judging folks who like that particular one. But it's always nice to see an author who will openly speak out in favor of people who have it rough, like trans people. Pro-trans authors are good, in my opinion. Anti-trans authors are bad. Yeah. I will say, like I said, I enjoyed the Reacher adaptation, though. And the guy who plays the Reacher is pretty interesting. Apparently, he tried out for American Idol one year, which is funny. And then I think about it, and it's like, he is my age. And I'm like, oh, well, I didn't feel that old a second ago. Or actually, yeah. Lines up with the writing? Yeah, I think so. Alright. So, we've killed Kragdar. I can't oh, wait, I have an identify spell, don't I? I keep forgetting that I have one level. I've got one wizard spell. Which just failed due to arcane spell failure. Okay. Well, fuck that shit. Someday I'll look at the cool armor of Whatsits and take over the ogre lands, I guess. Okay. So we are on the ground floor. Alright. We finally entered it. We have killed the Tharkul of the Great Grey Land. Now we're looking for the Raven Mage. You've learned that Magnus is somewhere in the Kurtharsu stronghold. He's working with the Ogre Mages, or Oni, of Kurtharsu, to summon a dreaded demon lord. You must track him down and stop him before it's too late. That's... I guess Oni kind of translates to ogre, but I feel like the D&D concept of ogre and what I'd always heard of Oni to be in Japanese folklore are pretty different. But I'm by no means an expert. And so I would not take my word for that. It's not a point of criticism. You're just
I'm ready
thoughts
to
on that.
slice and dice.
I like Bomora. She's fun. I like Bomora enough I technically cloned her.
Surrender.
You must fall for the greater good.
Alright. Time to kill a lot of people. Alright.
I hate you. Oh, I'm ready to slice and dice.
Okay. I mean, these cool barred barriers are really useful for archers, unless you're fighting an archer yourself, and then they're less useful. Okay, hold on. Yes, I'm gonna loot everybody, but I need to get there first. Alright. Alright, I'll let them handle that, and let's loot these archers. Shit. Okay. I really should have bought another bag. Okay, let's see. I really should have. Hold on, let's see if I can armor anybody else up with... Hi, would you like some Boots of Haste? I feel like you could use Boots of Haste. I don't think Barmora can wear stuff. It's just a thought, but I feel like she can. I could be wrong about that. Alright, what do we got? Okay. This poor woman. Why are you giving me all these bows? Because I can. Because it's fun. Because someday I'm gonna sell this shit. Maybe. Alright. Ooh, double X plus 2. You can hold on to that for me. I'm 99% certain I'm gonna forget that she has all this stuff. Alright. I remember the guy who plays Reacher, though, getting into some internet fight with a conservative asshole. And I remember being pretty impressed by what he said, but now I can't remember what he said. So unfortunately, I cannot prove my what I'm saying. All I remember was I was like, hey, that dude seems okay. So there you go. That's an incredibly unhelpful, vague statement in favor of somebody. Actually, come to think about it, I gotta give my cat her treat soon. She's sleeping pretty heavily though, because she did not perk up when I said that. She's like, "Mommy, forgot my treat again. I am all alone and aghast, abandoned, treated with negligence." Well, I could poison this food supply. Sadly, no. There's one game where you could, though. You could poison, and it was an evil act, of course, but there was like a stronghold. I think maybe it was Kunoichi, which was quite good, except for the random gratuitous rape that happened at one point. It's like, yeah, thanks for that. To be fair, I believe that there was a warning on, like, the module page that, not explicitly about that, but that shit can happen in the game, so I wasn't offended, per se. It was just like, I don't really feel like this is necessary. But alright, fine, whatever. Hey, there are people here. Baramul and Janatha. I feel like I know them. Weren't they in one of the temples?
Sorry, no can do.
Really? Alright, hi.
Why, hello there.
The two young women...
Pleased to meet you.
The two young women in the cell before you are filthy and look half-starved. The resemblance is obvious enough for you to know straight away that they're sisters. From the dark shadows under their eyes, it appears they haven't slept much. Sister, sister, wake up! Someone is here! Please, no more. You've heard us enough. Tell me, sister, why are you here? Do you serve Magnus, or have you come to free us? Who are you? How did you get here? I'm Janatha. This is my younger sister, Baramel. We're both wizards. We came here to investigate the increased activity around the Citadel. We didn't expect a powerful archmage would be here. He discovered us and took us prisoner. I seek Magnus, but I don't serve him. Magnus placed us in the cell. He has not mistreated us, but the same cannot be said of the orcs and other humanoids who are marshaled here. I fear my sister has suffered worse than I. I'll free you. Tell me how. One of the orc jailers has the key to our cell. If you free us, we can make our way back to the House of the Moon in Thentia. Please don't abandon us. I fear what the orcs will do next time they return. Okay, well, we can definitely help with that if we can find the fucker. I'm not inclined to leave people in the jail cell.
No can do.
Alright. So, if there was an orc jailer, where would he be? Maybe up here? Maybe a corpse that I've already dealt with. I guess we'll have to find out, huh?
This stronghold is very old. But then, ogre mages live far longer than regular ogres.
Do they? I actually did not know that. Oh, look, there's some ballistas. Or whatever.
You won't know what
Oh,
hit
hello. Okay. Maybe one of you has the key. I've moved on with the plot without intending to.
The dead feel no pain. Clicking in and out should do it.
Am I ready to chat yet?
The dead feel no pain.
I think I'm using fire arrows now. I got enough fire arrows, fuck it. I don't care anymore. Well, actually, I do care. Save the fire arrows for things that can't be hurt by regular arrows. Alright. So, Plunge, who is your favorite character in the Animorphs? I'm curious. Because I do vaguely remember the first couple books. And I remember really liking them, I just never really continued. Which is a shame, because from everything I've heard, they're quite good. Tobias? Oh, Hawk Guy. I can see that. I can see that. I did get far enough where he got permanently turned into a hawk. I figure he probably eventually gets turned back, but maybe not. It's one of those series where sometimes bad shit happens and they don't fix it. I remember that. Alright, so I got a lot of arrows, that's a plus, but I don't seem to have a lot of jailers with keys, which is less of a plus. Who's your least favorite character, Plunge? Okay. Huh. That's true. That's a good reason to like somebody. I don't mind a trope or two. I mean, I tend to like heroic characters, and such. Even kind of the ones that are kind of bland. As long as they're interesting. So. But it is nice when you have a character that kind of breaks away from the usual type. Mm-hmm. I remember, and this is just very vague, I remember thinking Marco was a bit of a dick. But this was a long time ago, and it is... I often find that a character I didn't particularly care for when I was a kid reading it, I tend to appreciate more as an adult. I mean, there are some. There are some that I still hate as an adult. That's one of the reasons I have my book review blog, because I can reread stuff, and there are some characters I'm like, huh, I remember disliking Fnor, but maybe I wasn't really fair to him. And then I'll reread Dragon Quest and be like, oh no, Fnor is terrible. I can see that. And then other times it's like, huh, I remember not liking this character, but actually they're more interesting than I thought, and that happens too. It's harder to think of examples, and that's awful, isn't it? Off the top of my head, but there are some. I think really the character I didn't appreciate enough when I first read the Dragon Riders of Pern, for example, is Lytal. Lytal I thought was really boring when I was a kid, and as an adult I'm like, oh wow, he's actually really cool. Yep. No, that makes sense. That seems like... Yeah, he's one of those characters that I think you appreciate when you're older. And you can maybe empathize a little more with the character. That said, I mean, they can still be pretty obnoxious. So bland? Ah, well, that's fair. I actually tend to like bland leader types. I'm not sure why. I just, I tend to like them. Because it's hard. It's hard being in charge, and it's hard being the responsible one. I've always liked the responsible ones. I joke about this a lot, but it's actually true. I liked Cyclops from the X-Men long before he was cool.
Why, hello there.
So.
Pleased to meet you.
I am a Cyclops fan. Though I do think calling Cyclops bland is not fair. Even way back when, he had some really entertaining quirks if you paid attention enough to notice. But you did have to pay attention. You typed that before I said it. That's fair. I do think, like, you read the 90s comics, though, and he has some really funny traits, but you had to pay attention. He was a very dry character, so it was easy to miss the parts that were really funny. But, but he really commits to the Boy Scout thing. Yeah, there's a lot of compensation going on there. But yeah, I won't lie. I do tend to like leader types. I think they tend not to be as they're usually not as bland as people think if you look closer, but I mean, you got to be interested enough to look closer, and it's perfectly okay to not be interested enough to look closer. It's perfectly fine. No one's got to like everybody after all. Okay, here we go. Oh, thank you. Any longer in this horrible place, and I don't think we would have survived. If you ever have cause to visit the Temple of the Moon in Thentia, I'm sure our mistress would reward you. Well, I will happily do that, because I gotta sell shit anyway. Do you know what Magnus is planning? He's performing a great summoning ritual with the Oni, the eldest and most powerful of the ogre mages who call Thar home. Kragdar was simply their pawn, a figurehead to unite the humanoids of Thar. They wish great ill on the Moonsea. You said you're wizards. Can you help me fight Magnus? Alina, they've been tortured till God knows how much, but okay, we can ask. I'm so sorry, but neither my sister nor I are in any condition to fight. Our magic was depleted long ago. I perhaps have a spell or two left in case we stumble onto any orcs, but we would be of no use against a mage like Magnus. Okay. Farewell and good luck. May Mystery guide you. Come, let's get out of here. Alright, sorry, you were saying something. The Elemist character? Being very overcomplicated and frustrating. That's always a good thing. You know, Plunge. If you ever wanted to take part in my book review blog, it's nostalgia themed, you could write reviews of the Animorph series while you read them, from the perspective of an adult rereading them. I think that would be really fun. I like to go chapter by chapter through mine, but it does mean I fall behind a lot. It's fun to see how tastes change and tastes don't. I do find a lot of my broad strokes reactions tend to actually hold pretty true. If I remember liking a character or disliking... Okay, cool. Hello, Jimmy the Great. Nice to see ya. It's funny. I do think the broad strokes reactions that I remember usually hold true. If there was a character I particularly disliked, usually I still kind of dislike them, but not always. It depends. It's more characters that I was apathetic towards before I often appreciate more or dislike more. If I really loved a character, well, that gets a little complicated because sometimes I find that a lot of the characters I really like, or I remember really liking, I'll hate in their first appearance, and then I'll like them later on. A good example of this, again, from Dragon Riders of Pern, for some reason that's my go-to topic for today. When I read Dragon Flight as an adult, I loved Lessa. I always loved Lessa, though. But I really hated Flar. And it was funny to me, because as a kid, I was like, Flar had been my favorite. I distinctly remember liking Flar. So it's like, why do I dislike Flar so much? Well, aside from the fact that he's an utter douchebag in this, and it's like, okay, I get that I must not have noticed a lot of this douchebag tendencies, but I remember really liking the character, not hating him like this, and I remember being rather perplexed by that. I mean, I was having fun hating him. It was fun. I had a catchphrase where every so often, during the book reviews, I would say, fuck you, Flar, because I'd go chapter by chapter, so it'd be fun. But, for me anyway. But I remember going, why on earth did I like this character? When I read Dragon Quest, though, it made more sense, because in that one, I actually think he is quite a bit more likable.
It looks like this place could house an army, fully garrisoned. It's lucky we got here when we did.
McCaffrey does a much better job with the character, I think, because he's not the romantic lead anymore. Oh, here we go. Like a doctor. The Citadel is every bit as grim as I imagined it would be. Let's finish our business here and return south. This is no place for those of elven blood. Alright. Anything new? Nope. Same old questions. Larissa?
Hi.
There are humanoid soldiers everywhere. Let me keep to the shadows. I'll drop our enemies before they even know I'm there. Okay. And let's talk to the sword.
Hey!
The minion must be nearby. When we find it, stand aside. Let me do my thing. Ladies first. Thank you. Oh, let's rest, actually. Nope, there are enemies nearby. So, I'm thinking these are barracks, and that'll move me on, I think. Yeah. I will say though, I remember disliking Fnor and not really realizing why, and then rereading Dragon Quest and being all like, oh, this is why, and I hate Fnor. I don't just dislike him, Jackson too. God, Jackson's the worst. Okay, infirmary.
You won't know what hit you.
Oh, I feel almost kind of guilty about killing people in an
A quick
infirmary, I'll
in
be
and out
honest.
should do it.
Oh shit. What am I doing? Okay. I'm hitting random buttons. Well, while not meeting. Okay, I think I'm gonna want to come back down to look at here. Unless these corridors meet up here. Well, I'll link you to the blog and you can see if it just be the sort of thing that would be fun to you. And I've got, I do have actually 2 other contributors. Someone who's reading Aragon right now, which is something I've never read. And someone who is reading the Deptford Mice, but they got busy, so I don't know if they're planning to continue that. Okay. So, the Elemist is the Animorph's equivalent to a Gandalf. He shows up to bail them out, and turns out to be a godlike being in an eternal war. Huh. Neat. I don't know how I'd feel about that plot element, given what I consider to... what I would have thought the appeal to the series would be. I'm not sure if I would like that or not, in context. But that's why it's good to reread stuff, because you never really know. And sometimes it's fun to read the very worst book that you can remember and just bitch about it the whole time. Which, I won't lie. I'm also doing the Driss books, slowly. I really appreciate Wolfgar more. Wolfgar is actually a lot of fun. He doesn't get enough credit because he's kind of more boring than Drist is, which is fair. It's one of those things where it's like, if you read like the old stuff, it's like, actually Wolfgar was supposed to be the main character, and they went with Drist as well. And you're looking and going, yeah, I get it. But that said, Wolfgar is actually really a good character. So, I am the only person in the world to actually regret that Wolfgar didn't stay the main character. But I won't lie, I can absolutely see why he didn't stay the main character. It's like, you can't really beat the one good at the time that we know about Drow Elf as a concept. It's a winning concept right there. Baby Fafford type barbarian, it does not match up in terms of cool concepts. It really doesn't. I acknowledge this. And Sherilyn's on the ground again. Alright, you guys done? I need to loot shit. What are you running back and forth to? Really? You know, you're gonna walk into that trap and die. Okay. Oh, I bet someone's invisible. Let's verify this. No, apparently not. They're just being fucking stupid. Alright. Let's go loot things. You just gave yourself 48 fucking damage because you just keep walking into the fucking AI. I swear to fucking God. Alright, anyway. Orsa, why don't you take this? Maybe let's just fucking slow you down. Oh, I see the problem. It was mostly my fault. They were trying to run to me, but the blade barrier was blocking them. Okay, I see that. Alright, I apologize. It was my fault, not yours. Alright. I don't think he's D&D Conan per se. I think he's more because a lot of old school D&D was inspired more by Fritz Leiber.
use some healing.
Yeah, I know, it's fine. Than high fantasy, and I think that's something a lot of folks tend to miss. But if you like read the old first edition books, like the Neon Pantheon is listed in the Deities and Demigods book, for example. It's just that the character. Well, I don't even think, because I think that Wolfgar, as written by Salvatore, is actually a really likable, really interesting character, and in a lot of ways a lot more likable than Drist is written by Salvatore. But I won't deny that Drist has a better main character storyline. It's just a matter of I mean, I would say that Drizzt has a better main character storyline than Conan. It just kind of happens that way. Don't tell the people. Oh, fucking hell. I'm gonna need to do some inventory diving again. Okay, so... And Plunge, you were talking about her other series. Oh! I remember hearing about this series. I remember some really weird shit going on in that series. Was there something about Gates, was it? I remember someone named Senna and someone named David. That's all I remember. I remember there being some kind of interesting plot points in that. So when you read it, let me know how it is. Alright. Shit. I have too much shit. Let's see. What can I foist over to... yeah, it's not going to do much good if I line those up correctly or not. What can I... oh, look at how beautiful my inventory was very briefly. I guess I could put more arrows in here. Or I could just move those down. I think I had them like that because initially I had the amulets in here too. Okay. So, let's see. Let's put some fire arrows in here. Okay. This one can go with you. Take the fucking bow. Really? Do you not have enough room? Did I fill up your inventory? I did fucking fill up your inventory. Okay, well, never mind. I apologize, Sherilyn. You got too much shit. There's not really a whole lot of ways I can fix that. Okay. Well, I mean, that's what part of the reason for nostalgia critique though is that it's not that the books are bad, and it's not that anyone's bad for liking a bad book, even if the books were bad. It's just as an adult you appreciate different things than as a child, and so a lot of the point of my site, at least, is to see how things hold up when you're reading it as an adult. So, ideally, I mean, you can't divorce yourself from the meaning that it had for you. That's just not something that can be done. It's but when you're trying to read it with fresh eyes, you kind of see, okay, well, do I like it as much now as I did then? And sometimes the answer is yes, even then. Not great origin story. Well, I mean, I don't think he did have innate morality out of nowhere, though, to be fair. Because he did have Zaknafate. Now, I think that it was clumsy, and even Virna a little bit. And I think the execution was clumsy. But I do think that Salvatore did show us that Drizzt was not out of nowhere. If you read Homeland, I think one of the really interesting things about Homeland, in my opinion, is that you did get Drizzt, and he is a Marty Stew, no question about it. He's a total Marty Stew. If Ray from Stargate, I'm getting my geek cred revoked. If Ray's a Marty Sue, then he's a Marty Stew. Easy, no question. But I do think that there were interesting things done with his siblings. Like Virna actually shows traces of compassion and so on, but, like, there's a point... Now, everyone thinks she tried to seduce him, and that's not actually what happened in that scene. A different drow lady tried to seduce him, and she's like, you should have slept with her. But, and everyone remembers that as being the drow lady who tried to seduce him, and that's not what happened. But anyway, leaving that aside, she then basically leaves him to die somewhere, but it's clearly, in the way it's done, it was clearly meant to be like a mercy killing. Yeah. I don't mind Marty Stew characters in their own right. I have quite a few books where I call them author favorites. Not so much Marty Stew, really. Drizzt is just so cartoonishly one that I like to make fun of it, but I don't in and of itself think a Marty Stew or Mary Stew is a bad thing. 'thing. I do think that they're frustrating when you're reading fanfic. Like, Virna actually shows traces of compassion and so on, but, like, there's a point... Now, everyone thinks she tried to seduce him, and that's not what happened. But anyway, leaving that aside, she then basically leaves him to die somewhere, and but it's clearly, in the way it's done, it was clearly meant to be like a mercy killing. Yeah. I don't mind Marty Stew characters in their own right. I have quite a few books where I call them author favorites. Not so much Marty Stew, really. But I don't in and of itself think a Marty Stew or Mary Stew is a bad thing. I do think that they're frustrating when you're reading fanfic. But not because they themselves are a bad thing. It's just they're frustrating with fanfic because I read fanfic to read about the characters from the show or the movie or the book. I want to read about those characters. I don't want to read about the writer's fantasy character playing with them. I can make my own fantasy character to play with them. So I just don't read them. But with original stuff, a character being a Marty Stew does not defeat the story. But what I did think was really interesting in Homeland is because they do show Virna as having a lot of the same traits that Driss does, but she never got to be raised by Zaknafame. Like, she went straight into the, what did they call it? Arachnotilith? The academy for... She got sworn to Lolth. She's a priestess. She doesn't have it. She doesn't have the opportunity to become better than she is because of all those things. That Driss is lucky enough to be a lesser member of society and not have that. In a weird sort of way, he is lucky to be the oppressed member of society. Because I think it would be a lot harder to have a diverging morality if your god is literally like breathing down your neck. The King's Dark Tidings? One of the books I'm reviewing on my blog is one where with a Marty Stew type of lead, the Wars of Light and Shadow series, the Doorstoppers. They are odd. They're over the top, but I love them. They're like the perfect book to review, except for one small problem. The perfect book to review because they're not like a book that's too good makes for a boring review. I do think, at least the kind of chapter by chapter I do, and that's the problem I have sometimes when I'm doing like Vampire Files, which is just a good book. So all of my reviews are just, I really like this. Look at this good book. Which sometimes you need after you read a bunch of terrible books in a row. Then there's but I'll read a terrible book series, and I mean, there's more to say about it, more to rant about it, so I assume that's more interesting. At least it's more interesting to write in some ways. But goddamn if it doesn't crush your soul to have too many terrible books at the same time. But I really like the Wars of Light and Shadow because I do genuinely enjoy these books. I love them. But they're also really fucking funny. It's like they're just over the top. So I love them, but I love mocking them even more. And one of the reasons they're so mockable is that the lead character is a total Marty Stew. So is the lead villain. I like to joke that both characters have the power of purple prose because of the grandiose way that they're described in a book series that's already told in a very, very high epic style. If anyone's ever interested in reading those books, I always recommend that they check out one of my early recaps of it because I include so many excerpts. You'll get an idea of the style. I remember a few people like reading excerpts and going, I have no idea what's going on because the language is just so flowery. And it's like, yeah, that can be an issue. But if you can tolerate it, I think it's a lot of fun. Oh, let's murder these guys. Hi. So. The funny thing about Salvatore to me, R.A. Salvatore, is that I actually think he's a better writer when he's not writing Drizzt. And it's funny to say that because Drizzt is a good concept. I just find when Salvatore's writing Drizzt, I find Drizzt to be like my issue with him is not that he's a Marty Stew, though he is. That part I'm fine with. I went into it knowing he's a Marty Stew. What gets me about Drizzt is that I think he's a pontificating asshole. It's like he's so fucking pompous about it. It's like it's like okay, yes, you're gonna do some navel gazing, the whole morality thing. You're gonna have that issue. But he's just so fucking over the top, and I'm just like, oh, fucking shut the fuck up after his 9th parable about why can't certain characters who are born on the surface and thus have everything, why can't they do this? And it's like, well, maybe their life sucks. Alright, anyway. Also known as the Great Grey Land. I think I read this one. Yeah, I did. Glister gets attacked a lot. Alright, this one, The Overlords of Thar. I'm not sure if I did read this one. Of old, the lands north of the Moonsea coast were what human chroniclers call the land of the Beastmen, or the Great Grey Land of Thar. Thar is a land of grey stone, tumbled boulders, and loose scree heaped and scattered everywhere across open wilderness. Rolling hills are split here and there by sharp, sinuous, stony ridges, like the tail. I think I did read this one. Of gigantic dragons frozen forever in stone, as the human sage Garanus of Surlegal put it. No, I don't think I read this one. I think I remember tripping over that. In the days before the rise of Zental Keep, this region was a crawl with orcs, being the northernmost reach of the orc realm of Vastar. But before that, it was a kingdom of the beastmen, or ogres, and before that, a realm of giants. No, I did read this. Succession of Tharkurs. Many fellow died. Overlords of Thar. Okay. Oni's in charge. Alright, well that's fine. Let's loot things. So, yeah. Like, I find I like Drist 99% more when I'm not reading his fucking journal entries. And in more recent books that I ended up reading, it comes out, it's really, really... He's really, really obnoxious in them. Mostly because I think he's really, he's awful to a character I think he owes everything to. And when that character, and in some ways I kind of understand it, and I think I get where some of the reasoning why, but it's also really frustrating to me. It's like, dude, yes, he's being a dick, but he's trying. That's more than you're doing, you fuckhead. Without getting into who exactly I'm talking about. If you're ever curious, you can ask me on Discord. What the hell I'm babbling about, and I will absolutely spoil it for you. So don't ask unless you want to know. But yeah. One of my favorite series that has an authorial favorite is the Galactic Milieu trilogy and the Saga of the Exiles by Julian May. So like you read it and you're like, okay, yeah, you are absolutely in love with this villain character. The thing is though, she is a good enough writer that, yeah, I'm kind of half in love with the villainous character too. And I don't like villains most of the time, so it's good. They've got to be good if I'm half in love with the villain character. I can't help it though. He's got a younger brother who's a disembodied brain and the most powerful psychic in the world, and he's very envious of his younger brother. He probably counts as being like the third most powerful psychic in the world. It's worth noting. The thing is, though, he's not jealous of his younger brother for the whole psychic thing. He's jealous of his younger brother because the younger brother is a disembodied brain. Because he thinks his life would be so much easier if he were just a disembodied brain. And his goal is to create these genetically engineered babies that will all be disembodied brains. And I'm like, you're fucking batshit. I love you. It's like, yep, this is what an Aquarius would be if you were a villain. I do have Discord now. I've had Discord for a while. I just don't have like a Discord room like most folks, but I definitely have a Discord. Let me see what my name is on Discord. I don't mind telling folks that. I could probably put my Discord ID in the chat, even. Well, maybe I could make a Discord room. I don't think I've got a big enough audience for a Discord room, though. I usually hang about in Plunge's Discord room. Go find Plunge, you'll find me. Oh, that's not what I meant to put in there. That's just a string of numbers. What the hell? How the hell do I do this? Ah! I was doing something, and I've kind of lost my train of thought. Alright, one sec. I do not have the ability to do multiple things at once anymore. User settings. Where are my user settings? Oh, streamer mode's enabled. That's why I can't fucking figure out anything. Why do you do this? It's okay, thank you. It's not like I'm streaming with Discord showing. Oh, that's why it does it that way, huh? Maybe. Except that doesn't make sense. You fuckhead. Okay, copy username. I can copy my username. Okay. Here we go. Oh, there you go. Oh, it's the same as it always is. My username in Discord is my my standard alias that I use on Twitter and other places. It's Kalinara, which is Kailinara. So if you're like in random Discords and you don't see Squid Monarchy, but you see Kalinara, that's probably me. Or someone else who has a very similar Discord handle, but it's probably me. Oh, hey, there's a chest. Let's open the chest. Yep. Just be careful. If you catch me at the right time and ask me my opinion about something, you won't get me. I won't be shutting up. So just, you know. Close. It's, got a few little bit cut. It's, there we go. Oh. There we go. That's what it is. So you can find me on Discord. I won't respond right now because I'm here, but, if you say hello later, I might. Or I might not. I probably will. If I don't, it's probably because I'm doing something else. I usually always have it on the background though, so it might look like I'm on, but don't. If I'm not responding, it's not because I don't want to talk. It's just because I probably have not noticed and my alerts suck. All right, where the fuck? Okay, actually, I think I put my things in this one. Maybe. Oh, I think I sold them. Alas, all right. I need more bags. Give me more bags, game. Let me go to a merchant and buy more purses. I feel like Alina is totally like, if Alina were a modern day character, she'd have like all these Coach bags. Actually, that's what I want to see. In a D20 modern game, the bags of holding all say like Coach or Michael Kors or whoever the fuck does designer bags. I don't know. I bought my purse for $20 at Bosco's. Shit, that probably gives you a bit too much idea of where I am, but that's alright. Okay. I did have, I think, a designer bag at one point that my mother found at a garage sale for me. Might have been Coach. It might have been a ripoff for all I know. It lasted a while.
I feel sorry for that Tharkul. Getting so excited over a dumb hammer. Oh, that blunt instrument is nothing compared with me. Not that I would ever let an ogre wield me. Ew, no way. Gross.
I love her. I'm sad that she won't be talking in later games that I take her sword into, but I'm totally taking her sword into other games. For the record, I actually have her sword right here. See? The bright sword. I cloned her. But look at what she does. I'm keeping this fucking sword. What if there was a mod that decides everything based off of like a tarot deck, so like your choices? I'm not sure I quite understand. But that sounds like it would be a cool mod. Oh, like your character traits and such. That sounds a little like the Ultima games. Where starting in Ultima 4, you choose your character's base class based on picking cards. They're not tarot. They're just like pretty basic morality type questions. Do you favor X or Y, and they should correspond to a virtue. So I'd do that. That sounds like fun. Don't necessarily know what you're picking. I sometimes think that if I were going to do Ultima 4 on stream, I would try to do it as a shepherd. Because that's the hardest class. Ogre Battle has similar stuff too? Well, that's cool. Uh-oh. This is not responding. Please don't fucking die on me. If you freeze here, I'm not going to have luck. Well, it's freezing and not responding. It's okay, there we go. Okay. When it does that, it usually just means it's lagging. I am saving. Thank you, Plunge. One of these days I'll play Ultima. Going through 3 is gonna be a bitch. One's pretty quick. 2 can be a pain, but if you get a ship early, you're pretty much set. go find the Land of Legends, and just get a ship there, and you're pretty much set for 90% of the game. But three takes some work. I'd have to find my book with the maps. And the fucking punch cards. Actually, that part's pretty funny. Defeating a villain with punch cards is pretty cool. You've been putting together 3 chapter lists while watching? Awesome. I'm glad to hear that, Blanche. I'm looking forward to watching. I'm also looking forward to watching you and Emmy play Neverwinter Nights 2. I might do that too at some point. I might install Neverwinter Nights 2 because I like both. I think I've said it before. I like Neverwinter Nights 1 a little bit more simply because of 2 reasons. The first is that while both have really great modding communities and often the same people modding for both, and when you have one that's exclusive, sometimes you have people who are exclusively one or the other, but they're all very good. One has more content. Neverwinter Night 1 has a lot more content, modding wise. So just simply in terms of what's available, I prefer if I had to make a choice. Fortunately, you don't have to make a choice. You can play 1 and the stuff modded for 1, and you can play 2 and the stuff modded for 2. You're not like, no one's preventing you from doing both. You got the VHS Shuffler series. One is games based on rated R movies. One is Disney movies. One is Saturday morning cartoon. That's spectacular. I love all of those. That sounds like it's gonna be so much fun.
The dead feel no pain.
I think that'll be great. So yeah, I like Neverwinter Nights 1 a bit more than 2 if I had to choose one or the other, because the mod selection's a bit better with 1. But also, I don't really like party combat. I mean, I think I did it with Dragon Age and such. I don't mind party combat, but I'm not a huge fan of it. I have trouble keeping track of things enough. Oh shit. Can you carry that? Probably not. You've got too much shit. Can my other friend carry that? Maybe. One is way better for multiplayer. Oh yeah, I can see that. Party management in a CRPG is a lot. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of folks like 2 better because you have a lot more control over each one, which is true. Because 2 has a much more standard party system. You can switch which character is your primary and so on a lot easier. And so I definitely do not begrudge the people who like that. I just don't like managing that many characters. I prefer to have folks just run around amok. Okay, so there's a door up here, there's a door up here. So I don't do multiplayer with either, really, so that part's not a big concern for me. But I would like to play Neverwinter Nights 2 at some point too. 2's original campaign is much better than 1. I won't lie to you there. I'm not partisan enough to lie to your face. 2 is a better campaign than 1. I think Hordes of the Underdark, Shadows of Undertide and Hordes of the Underdark is good. I'm not sure if I think Shadows and Hordes is better than the Neverwinter Nights 2 base campaign, if I were to compare them. I don't know which one I think is better. That said, I think Mask of the Betrayer is better than Hordes of the Underdark. So I will give them that too. If you're going expansion versus expansion, I think 2 wins that one as well. That's fair. That's fair. I don't know. I just find it overwhelming. So when I played it before, it's like Baldur's Gate. I like the Neverwinter Nights system better, even though I get what you're saying, and I suspect that it is much better than trying to control the companions in Neverwinter Night 1. So don't get me wrong. I acknowledge that my preference is probably not the most rational sort of thing there, but it is what it is. Neverwinter. Another thing is that on my very old computer that was trying to play both of them, 1 played a lot better than 2. I'd like to think nowadays that wouldn't be a big deal, and that both of them would play equally well. So, oh, have a good night, Blanche. Talk to you later. Ah, sleeping. Sleeping on the job. Oh, fuck. I am gonna run out of carrying space even with my fucking henchmen, aren't I? Hey, can you carry stuff? Ah. Too bad. Too bad. Alright, well, let's shove things here. For now. We'll deal with it later. I miss that genie. Do you remember that genie you could summon and sell shit to? I miss that genie. Oh gosh, okay. We got some time. Right, right. But I do want to emphasize that it's not a hardcore preference for me. I think I I one of the things is I would like to play Neverwinter Nights 2 now that I got a computer that can handle it. 'Cause I'm pretty sure this computer can handle it. And I've got it through GOG, so it should be playable. Though, as I said before, if they ever wanted to do a enhanced edition like they did for 1, I think that would be awesome. But you might be right that it's not all that necessary. Because I think we had that conversation before. We have a lot of conversations before. I'm really repetitive. I feel sorry for people who watch my VODs. Because I say the same things all the time. On the plus side, I guess you know I'm fairly consistent, and I'm not gonna be like Johnny, change your mind all the time. But then again, I mean, I don't think there's necessarily a bad thing to change your mind if the facts turn out to be different than what you thought. People used to get in arguments with me on my blog about that. It's like, well, you said this once. And it's like, yeah, I said that once because I thought this was going on. As it turns out, I was incorrect. I am not generally afraid to admit when I've been incorrect or learned something new. Now, I still might not agree with you. But that's maybe a different thing going on. Okay, so I think I can shove a few things up here. Let's shove some more things up here. Alright. Okay, I think this will free up some space for me. That should really go into the squirrel box, but nah. Okay. There's too much loot. I'm complaining about too much treasure. What kind of person am I? Oh, pile of paper sheets. What kind of adventurer are you, complaining about too much loot? You are a failure of an adventurer. There we go. So let's see. You are disagreeing with yourself about Neverwinter Nights needs more mods to be playable at HD resolution. The mods are available, but having to choose and test them would be over. Oh, Neverwinter Nights 2. Gotcha, gotcha. Oh, I see, I see. So when you say playable at HD resolution, what do you mean? Like visually? Is it the visuals that aren't great? Because I'll be honest with you, I don't tend to notice visuals that much. Like, I've never really bothered downloading the fancy texture. I mean, granted, look, if I play a module and I'm looking at it and it looks beautiful, I'll say, wow, that looks beautiful. But I don't mind the crappier graphics. I play, I think of myself as a retro gamer. I'm not sure that that's entirely an accurate definition for what I am, but certainly I play enough old stuff that... Oh, the user interface, the text is shrunk. Oh yeah, that is an issue, I think. Then an enhanced edition that had the options that this does would be really great, actually. I think you're right. Can we get in? Is it better to go in back through this way, maybe? I guess we'll find out. Let's save. Aren't there a few, like, UI, oh. okay, that's shifting me to another area. Maybe I don't want to go there yet, unless it just takes me to another area off the beaten path. Ah, even Diamond had a high-res mode. Oh, that's true, it did. Is there... Hmm. I'm surprised... Well, I guess folks shouldn't have to download a UI mod to get it to be playable. I think I would agree with that statement. Okay, so will that go into the same place or not? I think maybe it might. Let me, real quick, I want to test this. Yeah. I'd imagine there are rights issues, though, with doing Neverwinter Nights 2 as an enhanced edition. But... Or maybe Neverwinter Nights 1 wasn't as profitable as folks at Beamdog would like, but I would love them to do Neverwinter Nights 2. The one thing about Neverwinter Nights 2, though, is that I know you can download portraits for it, but the default face portrait thing, I wasn't a big fan of. It's like there are very few faces that look attractive when Frame does a portrait on there. I think there's one male face that looks vaguely like Yoan Griffith that looks okay. Most of the female faces just look really awkward. I always just like the hand-painted portraits that you get or, taken from TV or anime. Well, I'm not a big fan of anime-type portraits for Neverwinter Nights, anyway. Though, I mean, no, not begrudging people who like them. I just don't think that they fit art-wise. Alright, so here we go. It did not freeze, it was just slow. It's being slow again. Oh well. In another window, I am reading the epilogue ending to Captain Vorpatrol's Alliance again, which is a book I quite enjoy. I haven't read anything past Cryoburn chronologically. Oh, Shadow of Our Assassins. I remember them. Am I going to have to kill them because I want Dominion?
Get on with it.
We are here as agreed. Let's find this wizard and the artifact he stole. Do not stand in our way lest you become a target also.
Get on with it.
The Archmage is here, somewhere ahead of us. My dagger yearns to taste his flesh. I guess so. I mean, it does look like your avatar. There's no question about that. It's just I don't think it's a very flattering picture. But that's okay. You can add a picture. You're right about that. So my complaint is really just kind of silly, but there you go. I never claimed to be completely rational. So these Shadow of Our Assassins, I'm probably going to have to kill them. I get that. It's like, there's no way I'm letting their boss walk out of here with Dominion. It's like, no, that's not going to happen. Sorry, girls. Oh yeah, I need to free up some more space, don't I? I've got too many arrows. Look at all these fucking arrows. And I'm back to using fire arrows. Come on. Don't use fire arrows. I say as though it fucking matters at this point. Hey, look at this. I'm Queen of the Orcs. And other people. Alright. I mean, I guess I could give some of these to Sherilyn. Can you fit some? I hate giving up ammunition, but maybe temporarily. Here. I'm gonna take this shit back at some point. You are storing this only. Don't get ideas, woman. Are there D&D type novels that came out around Neverwinter Nights? I think so. I mean, TSR was doing those novels around this came out in 2002. I think definitely Drizzt was still being published. It's still being published now. Um, so I think so. I don't know specifically what came out in 2002, though. I'd have to Google that for you. Oh, Neverwinter Nights 2 has a different portrait ratio. I didn't know that. Oh, I can see that being an issue. I've never used the same character in Baldur's Gate than Neverwinter Nights, but I can see that being frustrating. I mean, obviously you'd have to recreate the character anyway, but... Hey, babe. Speaking of... Ah, shit. Pardon me a second. I have not given my cat her squeezy treat tonight. You know exactly what this is. Alright. Let me get my headphones back on. Sorry. Here, you can listen to me talk to my cat as I give her a treat. Hey, baby. Come here. Are you gonna eat it? You always eat it. Ah, the smell of fish puree in the evening. I mean, technically it's after midnight, so I could say in the morning. Hey, there's still some in here. Hold on. Be patient, you little monster. I'm getting it out. Okay, there we go. Alright, I think that's all that's in there. Sorry, babe. I'll buy you more tomorrow. Hi. Okay. Oh. Alright, let me try one more squeeze to get the dregs. Alright. Oh, it fell on your paw. It dripped. Alright, I think that's all. Sorry, babe. All done. Okay. Alright, cat says I. Great for... I'd imagine so. I mean, Baldur's Gate 2 had a lot of quest mods, didn't it? I'd love for them to release this tool set like, Oh, no? No? Could you create new areas for Baldur's Gate 2? I don't know much about the Baldur's Gate 2 modding community, but I know it was fairly active. So, as I recall, one of the games I played for Pride Month started as a Baldur's Gate 2 module. Blah, 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 I cannot talk. Perhaps Larian Studios can... They should make a craptastic campaign and then just release the tool set. And that can be Neverwinter Nights 3. They should do it. Come on. It'd be fun. They're not going to do it, but they could. They should. Alright, let's see. Going up more corridors. The Shadow are following us. If you fucking kill steal from me, I'm gonna fucking wring your necks. Maybe it'll be safer with them. Hey, could you guys not stand in the way while I loot this urn? Oh. For Baldur's Gate 3. Well, it is very, very popular right now. I think it's more popular than Original Sin 2 was, so I can see the modding community being bigger simply because of that. Okay, let's see. A punk song based on joke in Neverwinter Nights? You probably could. That would be very funny. Where the fuck am I? Oh, I'm over here. Okay. I got confused as to where I was on the map. Like, oh, you're in this area that wasn't there before. Now I'm trying to shoot through a door. Service Nia. Wait a second. She's dead. Isn't she? Wasn't Service Nia the dead? She was dead. Rashke, question. Wasn't Servicnia the wife of what's his name from Crimson Tides to Tethir who died? Is she alive? I am perplexed and confused. Servicnia. Did they resurrect her? Maybe that's what this was all about. Okay, I need to... No. Oh, there we go. I just killed an ogre named Servicnia. In Crimson Tides of Tethir, what's his name, the leader of the Sith Elysians, was upset because his wife was murdered. I thought his wife's name was Servicnia. No, that was Anita, something like that. Anika? No, Servicnia was the ogre's wife. The ogre mage's wife. The one whose murder started off the war. I think that's her. I thought her name was Servicnia. I remember weird names. It's kind of a weird thing. I'm also pretty good at remembering song lyrics when I hear them on the radio, assuming I hear them correctly. Sometimes I don't, unless I remember the wrong lyrics, but... Okay. Ah, hello. Someone has said hello on Discord. As I said, I can't really talk now, but I will say hello back later. Let's murder some shield guardians. Let's open the fucking door. That's the one thing about the isometric view from my angle, is that sometimes you get some really funny situations where I walk into a door.
A quick.
I'm not sure my character ever knew Servicnia was murdered though, so I don't think she can ask. She might have known, but I think that it probably didn't register. Alina's not really the sort to notice shit like that, I think. So let's see. There are a few directions we can go. And also I can murder this guy. Really? Fucking AI. Oh well. At point blank shot, I'm fine. You can tell Arcane Archer is overpowered because I don't die like I really usually do. It was Servicnia, so that was her. That was Servicnia. The dead orc. Or dead orc. See, let me see if she's still got enough body there that I can click her, but there's a bookcase. Did I loot that bookcase? Oh, she's dead. She's gone. I looted her, she's gone. But anyway, I'm 90% certain her name was Servicnia. So they either resurrected her or maybe she faked her death. Ogre mage divorce. That's scandalous. Okay, so now let's go back up there. Sorry, girls. Didn't mean to abandon you there. I was just kind of, preoccupied. Alright, so I got a few places to go here. Let's try up. Let's loot this room. A cloning tube. Wackrather had one of those. I'm wondering if maybe that's how they got Servicnia. Maybe they cloned her. Ladies, please. Probably an Easter egg. I remember things. I probably wouldn't have caught it if I hadn't just played Crimson Tides, though. And remember, I predicted the plot point, so of course I've got bragging rights. Alright, let's see. Anything to loot in the study? Nope, it's just a study. Pardon me, ladies. Hey, ladies, can you please fucking move? I'm already gonna have to kill you for Dominion. I'm 90% certain about that, so. I don't even really want Dominion, I just want to keep it from them. No taking over the world on my watch. Demonic chanting echoes from somewhere up ahead. Okay, well, that's good to know. Hey, ladies, let me fucking in. Thank you. Oh, books. Fiendish Codex, Demon Lords, the 13th later, the Zentrum. So they're probably... Are they trying to get Orcus? Of the immutable Demon Lords of the Abyss, Dread and Vile Orcus, Prince of the Undead, might be the one that is most often worshipped as a god. I think I read this one, too. The massive and bloated demon stands 15 feet tall, his immense frame a hideous combination of muscle and bloated flesh. His head is that of a ram, and his great maw is full of tusks, and his thick-furred legs and encloven hooves. Leathery wings and a barbed tail complete the picture of the archetypal demon. After becoming complacent in his eternal war with Demogorgon and Grast, Orcus was recently murdered and disposed. But then Orcus rose from the dead, an undead demon, and took the name Tenebris for a while, hiding in the shadows of the multiverse and waiting to take his revenge. Now that he has restated himself to his former position and reclaimed his realm, Thanatos once again finds himself in a struggle for dominance against many other demon lords. Orcus is no longer content to grow fat and decadent in his castle. He focuses his anger and hate on the absolute destruction of his enemies and the spread of woe and havoc among mortals. He covets Grast and Demogorgon's realms above all others, and commands the horde of undead and demons that ravage entire layers of the abyss at his whim. Yet while Orcus himself might not be as powerful as Demogorgon, and his realm might be dwarfed by the size of Grast's holdings, Orcus's cult on the material plane is in truth his greatest resource. In particular, orcs, half-orcs, ogres, and giants revere Orcus, as do a large number of corrupt and despicable humans. His temples are usually hidden, and his worshippers form secret societies that commit atrocities and wage wars in his name. He demands living sacrifice from his cultists, and blood and skulls are important parts of the imagery used in his worship. Intelligent undead rarely serve him willingly, although many vampires, liches, and other undead creatures are forced into his service by dark pacts or compelling magic. Among his most powerful servants are Qua Nomag, the Skull King, the vampire, Kalvra, and the lich, Harthun. I think I read that before, but still it's fun. I like naming names. And there's a Quaset. Hi. That didn't take long. Poor Quaset. He's a Quaset. Sorry. That was a bad joke. That I didn't finish because I couldn't think of a punchline. That happens a bit to a portal. What happens if we go into the portal? Watch, it'll take me all the way outside and be like, you have to fight your way back. Mwahaha. Ah, a blurred panorama of the scarred lands can be discerned in the core of this portal. I don't think I want to go there. Well, I did save, so let's see what happens if I go there. Are you sure you want to go there? Yes. Let's leave this behind. Oh, not operational. Okay, well. Probably for the best. Did Alina try to leave, or was she just curious? Only Only Alina knows for sure. Does Alina hate her comrades? Probably not, except for these fuckers who keep getting in the way.
Sorry, no can do.
The chanting grows louder as you approach the door. Open the door. Well, how could I get to kill a demon? And there's Magnus. And some Shadowvars who are gonna try to take that damn sword. I don't think I'm gonna be able to keep
I
the sword.
feared this moment would come. You are too late. The ritual is almost complete.
Why did you fear this moment? I like the picture, though. Magnus just dresses more like a disenfranchised noble than an archmage of prodigious power. Tall, grim, and seething with barely controlled fury, he is a man shaped by personal tragedy, driven by the single pursuit of vengeance. Ritual? What are you talking about?
I first came to this place many years ago. The ogres here were a disorganized rabble, the mages who ruled them content with petty raids and lives of no real consequence. At first they tried to fight me. They quickly learned they could not win.
Okay.
Killing them would have served no purpose, however. Instead, I presented them with a gift, Vorbix's hammer. I went alone to retrieve it from the tomb in which it was buried. I almost died. It would not be the last time.
Okay.
The hammer won me the loyalty of the ogre mages and their servants. The greatest warrior among them they named Tharkul. I departed thereafter for the Great Glacier, where I found the sword Dominion. With the help of the sword, I formed the Order. You destroyed the Order of the Crippled Fang, but it was but a single prong of a trident I have spent the best part of a decade creating. The second prong was this, a humanoid army large enough to sweep all before it. The third. I have studied harder than any mage before me, sacrificed more, but the Zentarum are the mortal extension of a god's will, and to combat a god, one must seek the aid of one equal to a god, or very close to it. A demon lord, perhaps the mightiest of them all. I promised you that one of us would not walk away the next time we met. I intend to honor that promise now. Whatever the outcome, know that you are too late. Zentil Keep will fall. The city will burn.
There's another way. Work with me to defeat the Zentarum. It's not like I like those assholes.
You are powerful. Perhaps together we might have dealt the Zentarum a grievous blow. But things are too far gone. I have done dark things, shed too much blood. I must see this through to its conclusion.
Dude, this is kind of the definition of sunk cost fallacy. You realize that, right? Anyway, you can't do this. Innocents will die.
Innocents always die. It is a fundamental truth, for it is the blood of innocents, not gold, that is the currency of tyrants. My family were innocent. They died so that I may become a weapon capable of destroying the Zentarum.
A demon lord brings only death and destruction.
Sometimes death and destruction are all that is left. The Zentarum took the rest from me when they murdered my family. They left a void that can be filled only by revenge. I sometimes wish it were otherwise. But there are limits to even an Archmage's power.
Alright, it's time to end this.
Yes, it is time. I hold no fear of death, only that which comes after. I will fight with my last breath to delay the inevitable.
Change your worship to a god who isn't terrible. You know that, right? Like, that's a thing you can do. Shit.
I'm done.
Oh, well, done with that. Hopefully it's saved. I did. Oh, I should switch out to the Belt of Guiding Light. That's why they gave me one of those, huh? Just in case. That was actually pretty nice that they give you an extra Belt of Guiding Light early in the dungeon. That's pretty clever. Well played, game. Well played. And then after this, I will play Opera Omnia and get all my characters up to 91. Or 90, not 91. I will be sad when the game ends, and it's gonna end sooner rather than later. That's alright though. Alright, so let's go in. We'll
Sorry,
speed through the monologue because I'm not reading it again. Alright. I hope I don't die again because that would be... Oh, I forgot to put on the belt. I might die again. Because I'm a fucking moron. I've got a greater belt of guiding light actually. So I think I might still be okay. I think what it does is it's not a full-on protection, but it helps your saves, if I recall, because I have had resisted it with the damn thing, but I've also not resisted it, so I think it's a saving throw thing. But I could be wrong. I'm still gonna look for wherever the fuck I put that belt, which I am 90% certain is in here somewhere. The problem with organizing your shit is that sometimes you still can't find shit. Because you're like that. Alright, here we go. Greater belt. Alright.
I am weighted down too heavily, I fear.
Alright. Let's see, what can I move out of here that's going to be lighter than what I got? That is a 2 pounds, so that actually probably would do it. Let's move shit. Well, that's a start. Fuck. Not the time. Okay, well, I'm using the bracers as shielding. I think I've got strength ogre gloves. That might be doable. Okay, let's go find me some ogre gloves. Probably in the same thing one of the bags I've passed over already. Oh hey. Nice. Let's shove this in there. Alright, well, we'll see if it helps. If it doesn't help, then you were right and I was wrong. Not the first time, won't be the last time. Let's be honest here. I am wrong about a lot of shit. It's fun. No one wants to be right all the time. Well, some people like to be right all the time. And that's good for them. But I've never let petty things like whether I'm right or wrong get in the way. Damn it, I know I've got that fucking thing somewhere. Just where did I put the fucking thing? Maybe I don't. Maybe I fucking got rid of it. I don't think I did. I'm just not looking in the right place. Arrows. Too many arrows, too little time. Oh, my mistake. There we go. Come on, I know I have ogre gauntlets somewhere. There they are. Hi, trying to... Uh-oh. No? Okay, well, things are moving, so it's not the problem. There. What the fuck? Oh, I paused. That's probably why.
I am weighted down too heavily, I fear.
Alright, well, that's doable then. Let's get rid of that for the moment. Look for things that are incredibly heavy. Yeah, not that heavy. Alright, so probably the problem is I have something reasonably heavy in one of these bags. So, let's look. Because when I organized this, I wasn't paying attention to weight. Okay. You're reasonably heavy. How heavy are you? 5 pounds is not that heavy. Alright. Actually, maybe I did do a fairly decent job of putting all these things in the wrong place. Alright. Well, fuck. duck and a duck. I just have too many miscellaneous stuff. I need to get rid of 20 pounds. What can I do to get rid of 20 pounds? Diet. Crap. Yeah, I might be fucked. Oh well. Way past bedtime? Good luck? Well, we'll see, we'll see. I gotta survive to get there first. And I am still encumbered. You know, fuck it. Let's just see. Wait, do I have any potions of strength? Because if I have potions of both strength, I might just do that. Eagle Splendor. Owl's Wisdom. No, I would have potions of both strength. That would make too much fucking sense, huh? Okay. There we go. Alright, we're good. Okay, let's talk to you and... let's get that too. There we go.
I feared this moment would come.
Ritual...
I first came to killing the hammer. I promised you that one of us would not walk away the next. You are powerful. Innocents always die. It is a fundamental... You still seek the Netherese artifact?
Oh, no, I didn't actually want that.
It is within my chambers. Something is wrong with the sword. It has lost most of its efficacy.
Oh, well.
Sometimes death and destruction are all that is left. The Zentarum took the rest. Yes, it is time.
Alright, well, I can get the sword from him.
I hate you! Oh, I hate you!
Oh, yes! Death to you!
Oh, shit. Gem of True Seeing doesn't work anymore. Alright, well... oh, fuck it. Let's do this. There we go. Let's do this. I actually didn't want Dominus. The only thing Alina cares about with Dominion is she wants it not in the hands of the Shadowbar. So I wouldn't have asked him that actually, but I hit it by mistake, so we'll go with it.
I will have my vengeance.
Cutscene. I think Orcus has now made his appearance. Let's see how this goes. I love them. Oh shit. Orcus just murdered them. Well, you get that. Sometimes when you summon a demon, it's not a fucking great idea.
Gaze upon Orcus and know your doom.
Well, look, I ain't ever killed a demon before.
You are indeed
Unless
strong.
this character.
It matters not. The ritual is finished. Come, Prince of Undeath. Come, mighty Orcus.
Oh, I love that map. That looks cool. That looks very cool. I love that map.
What dost thou wish of me, mortal? Why dost thou summon me from my throne?
That actually is a really cool looking model too, I have to say. Okay, so... hold on a sec. Can I get this working? Oh, I was hoping to screenshot this for my own use later. Nope, can't. Shit. Too bad. Alright, anyway.
The time has come to fulfill our bargain, great demon lord. I beseech you, mighty one, unleash the forces of the abyss against the city of Zentil Keep. The worshippers of Bane call that city home. They must all die.
Bane, an ancient enemy he is. Verily shall I delight in the tortured deaths of his faithful. Then thou shalt givest me what was promised.
Yes, mighty demon prince. My soul, yours to torment for all eternity.
Delicious. I shall depart now for this Sentinel Keep. Join me, mortal. Witness the annihilation of your enemies.
Azuth, forgive me.
Crap. Okay, so Raven Mage defeated. Couldn't stop the ritual. Orcus now stalks the realms. Magnus has bargained with the Demon Lord, offering his soul. Alright, so higher price. Summoned by the Archmage Magnus, the Prince of Undeath Orcus has been unleashed. Alright, so I gotta go to Zental Keep. Okay, well, let's loot the shit out of this place while we're here. Alright, he did say it was in his chamber, Dominion. And maybe I'll have time to stop at a merchant before we finish up with everything. No promises. Okay. Nope, can't go in there. He said I was in his chamber, didn't he? Oh, maybe in here. Ah, here it is. Dominion. Very pretty. Now it's just a +3. With some nice abilities. Let's see what it says. There's something odd about this weapon. Its powers are nowhere near as strong as you remember. It's as though someone drained Dominion of much of its power, or created a convincing duplicate of the real weapon. What reason anyone would have to do that, though? You have no idea. Interesting. And Magnus's journal. This large leather-bound journal appears to have belonged to Magnus. Somewhat surprisingly, the book is not magically warded. Shit. Okay. What is this? This is not Dominion. That is no blade of Netheril. This is junk. A weapon any middling arcanist of ancient Netheril could have crafted. Okay, hold on. We'll read that later. You dare lie to Mistress Thalia to gain the Shadows' help in your petty quest? Instead of Dominion, we will bring your head back to the ruins as warning to others who would seek to dupe us. Die, mortal. Oh, you fucking morons. Alright, fine. You just saw me take on an Archmage that you couldn't scratch. So you want to die? Fine.
Oh, yes. Death to you. Oh, yes.
Bye. Whatever. Let's go back and read the journal. It's more interesting. Alright. His journal details the major events of his life over the past few years, beginning with his recovery of the Netherese artifact, Dominion, from the Great Glacier. Through the journal, Magnus's regret at his actions is obvious. It is clear that he is a man who knows the evil of what it is he does, but nonetheless committed to its course of action. From first contacting the crippled Fang to his alliance with the ogre mages of Kurathasu, the Archmage writes of how in another life or another time he might have been the one to stand in their way. There's another noticeable theme besides his guilt at his actions, which is that Magnus is afraid. He makes frequent references to a bargain he made with the Demon Prince on the morning he was supposed to hang on the walls of Zental Keep. He lost an eye that day, but his life was saved by the intervention of a force greater even than the Zentarum. In return for saving Magnus so that he might finish his crusade against the Black Network, this Demon Prince was promised the Archmage's everlasting soul. The final line of the journal is telling. I do not fear death, I fear what comes after. That's also what he said to us. Alright, now let's loot the fucking Shadowvar. Must you be annoying. Great, thanks for the toys. I'll sell for something good, I guess. If I can find someone who's got enough money to pay for it. I guess you can take her to Zorko's after. See how much money I have when I've liquidated everything.
Down too heavily,
yeah, I know.
fear.
Relax. There we go. You're fine. Okay. Now, I do want to see about selling shit. Okay, that's everything. Now, I guess I go back to the Scarred Lands. And then, theoretically, to Thentia. Thentia's got a nice place on the way. Got the Moon Temple that I wanted to return to, I think. So... and then the finale. Yeah, Dominion makes a good souvenir at least. Okay. Good luck with Orcus. Thank you. Step into the portal. Now it works. Of course it does. Thar the Scarred Lands. Even if poor elf never came along. I told him the wrong thing. Uh-oh. This looks different. Where am I? Oh, I'm right near the exit, I guess. There are traps. Okay. Okay. Among the many tracks of the earth, you see boot prints. Well, I don't see any friends of ours here. So, it's not a chance of being able to meet with Elf later. Just, I missed him. I told him the wrong thing, and he decided to cry about it. I guess that's fair. Didn't really know what the right answer was for that one. I was perhaps mean to him. Alright, well, I do have to go to Thentia, regardless. Okay. So, 4 hours. Let's see about places I can sell shit, because I think there's a merchant up here too. So let's try the merchant first, actually, because merchants might have a bag.
Pleasure to see you.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. That's okay. Mad Melark. I remember thinking he was fun, so. Oh, and I could also probably sell in Zendel Keep if it's not a cutscene.
Greetings.
Alright, what do you have for sale? Okay. Okay, so there's a few things he'll buy. Oh no, not that shit. Well, that's not helpful. What will you buy? What will you sell? Nothing useful. Scrolls, but I'm okay with scrolls. Boots and cloaks. Alright. Do I have anything that this asshole will buy? Potions, but I don't want to sell the potions. Okay, so let's see. Definitely won't buy Dominion. The amulet unidentified. What does it do? Oh. Well, that's nice, actually. I just don't have a pallet. Oh. It's upper limit. I'm still not selling anything that's upper limit, thank you. Is that foolish? Perhaps. Bracer unidentified. Oh, armor plus 8. Well, I think that's probably better than anything else I have, but, guess you can sell him the wyvern blood. I say and then I don't do it. Alright, let's see. Could sell him thieves' tools, but I actually like those thieves' tools, so no. No weapon. I didn't realize I had a lot of room in here. Well, that works. A little better. Alright, well, he's not going to buy anything useful, and most of what I sell is out of his price range, so let's try the temple. And then, maybe later I'll sell everything at Zorko's, and we'll see how much it totals up to. Probably not. I'll do that off camera. I did that for, I think Stephen Lioness after I took him through Erebeth's Redemption. And man, liquidating his stuff, he had a shit ton of money. So, let's hope the girls got back to the priestess okay.
You are welcome here.
Ah, the hero returns. My girls have told me how you rescued them from the dungeons of Carthus. Please take this for your trouble. It's the least I can do. Oh, Warhammer. May I see your temple goods? Okay. Seriously?
Greetings.
Alright. Well, hopefully that's saved. Alright. I'm gonna try to finish it tonight, because I feel like I'm really close to the end, so it'd be kind of silly not to finish it tonight. Gosh, I don't know what I'll do with Alina afterwards. Perhaps she will be retired. I'll have to decide what her fate would be. I kind of feel like she might end up hanging around the Elven Tree. I think she likes it. Elmwood and the Elven Tree are kind of nice areas for her. She's a wood elf. She's not a city elf. But Elven Tree seems like a really good balance that would really appeal to her. I think they're a little bit snooty and and such myself. I don't know if I would be happy there, but Alina's taste is not mine. I could see her like building a nice home at the roots of some sort of ancient tree, or maybe in a cave. Maybe she can take, oh, this is flickering, one sec. Maybe she can partner up with that lady who runs the adventuring shop. Certainly she's got enough to sell. Oh, it's still flickering. One sec, I gotta close that out and reopen it so that it's not fucking flickering. Thank you. Yep, still flickering. Fuckhead. Either you stop that or not, but